All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you guys play board games with us. We're coming to you live here from our studio in sunny South Florida, bringing you another episode of PSI Presents, where we show off games in the PSI gaming catalog. But first up, who are we? I'm Matt.
I'm Ann.
I'm Josh.
And we are Twist Gaming, and tonight we are joined with our special guest, Tiffany from Deepwater Games. How you doing today, Tiffany?
You're muted, Tiffany.
Dang it! I was doing really good.
She's speechless.
That was-
She's so good.
That
She's
was
speechless.
It was almost
True.
really smooth. So, how are you doing today, Tiffany?
I'm doing good. The Portland's heat wave is like tapering off. It's very nice.
What exactly qualifies as a heat wave in Portland?
90 to 100.
Okay.
Is that what we live in?
Yeah,
Just
that's
live,
what we
Today
live in
was-
a permanent heat wave?
Today was 95 with 100% humidity. Felt like 103, I think.
Yeah.
that.
There's a reason I don't live in Florida anymore.
Yeah, so about that. So tonight we are showing off Mystery of the Temples, first and foremost. So, Anne, look at you. Look at that green screen right there.
Look, guys, I
So,
can disappear, though. That's
This
the
is
real
to note.
mystery.
It is to note here that we do use green screen technology, so any of the green that you see in this game here is going to be mildly invisible. So,
Awkward.
yeah. So,
The
Anne, I'm
nature
gonna
game.
Anne, I'm gonna throw it over to you now
Sure.
to do what you do best.
Um,
The second thing
Have
you do
AP?
best.
you got tax papers to do? That's second best.
Getting up in those months.
Oh,
yeah. Look at all the happies. So, Tiffany, talk to me a little bit about some of the games that were the two. Well, we're going to be playing two games. We're going to play Mystery of the Temples, and then we're going to kind of do more of a modified, yet interactive with chat version to Welcome to Your Perfect Home, which I'm super excited about.
Yep.
We got to get a first look of Mystery of the Temples at Gamma.
Correct.
Yes.
So Matt got to play this game. The game is brand new to me.
Didn't get to play it. Just got to show some stuff off.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Got to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is a game that was successfully kickstarted.
Yes.
In
For
March,
Mystery of the Temples, yes. So we did a Kickstarter in
March, April. It was right after
March,
Gamma.
yeah. I was like, ah! And the Kickstarter was for Mystery of the Temples, and it was also for two other games as well, for us to bring them over from Taiwan. Emperor S4 is the original publisher. And so Kickstarter is successfully funded, which is fantastic, and it is being fulfilled to backers now, and the game is actually already available in stores. So, yeah, super fast turnaround from March to July.
Yeah, especially for a board game, that's a little unheard of. So that's kind of Deepwater Games' niche, right? Is finding games that were published in Asia and bringing them over in the United States or English-speaking countries, right?
For the most part, that was the original intention of the company. And so we're doing what we're calling light imprinting. So certain companies, like it's not unusual for a company to sign a game that's produced and published by another company in another country. And they bring it over and then they do some tweaks and some modifications and then put their logo on it and then they sell it. We're doing what's called light branding. So we're giving and leaving most all of the credit to the original publisher because they're the ones that did the design work with the designer and all the development work and paid for all the art and all that kind of jazz. And we're just bringing the games over as is with a little bit of modified English proofing, maybe a rule tweak here and there. And then we just put our logo very subtly on the box and then we bring it over. And so because we're doing that, we're able to bring stuff over a lot faster.
That's really cool. So what was it about Mystery of the Temples that caught Deepwater's eye as one of the games that you decided you wanted to bring over?
Well, first of all, it's gorgeous. The table presence is something that is very, very pretty. Whenever we have the game set up, people will just stop when they walk by it. And it's actually a little surprising because the box itself is relatively small.
Yeah.
So the box is only about 7 inches by 4 inches, I think.
So one mat head.
And it has a lot of green on the cover. But it's a small box, but the table presence is kind of striking, especially with the gemstones on the cards and the circle that's laid out. And so it's just really pretty. And then the gameplay backs up that gorgeousness. It's very elegant. It's very simple and straightforward gameplay, but there's a lot of strategic decisions to be involved, and the player interaction is actually interesting. So it's just not a game that looks pretty to look pretty. It is functionally pretty as well, if that makes sense.
Those are really good games. It's nice when you can incorporate, like, making a pretty game is nice. Everybody likes to see a really pretty game. Everybody will stop and play and sit a pretty game. But sometimes you kind of have games that are really pretty but don't have the gusto to back it up. So I'm excited to kind of see with Mystery of the Temples how this plays. What kind of a gamer is this game geared toward? Who is your audience?
So most of the smaller boxes in the Deepwater line are targeted more towards kind of the casual gamer or the new to the hobby gamer, but with enough interesting bits so that a more involved gamer can still enjoy the game. They don't feel like they're having to not dumb themselves down, but like they don't feel like they're playing something too basic or too simple for where their interest levels currently lie as a gamer. It's a game that works really well at that middle ground when you have somebody at game night that like is kind of new and you don't really want to teach them Agricola because oh my gosh, that would be a headache. But like, that's where this game kind of shines. It also works really well with a whole group that's just more casual or newer to the hobby. So yeah, and then the price point is just super affordable for the amount of game that you get and the gyms and the cards and stuff like that. And that's the other thing that's super important to us is we want the games to be affordable.
Like a great value for what's included. So I'm guessing your Kickstarter backers maybe got a break on the retail price, but you said that the game is already out in retail. What is the price point for this game?
The price point for Mystery of the Temples is $24.95, so $25. And our backers for this Kickstarter, we actually charged MSRP.
Ooh,
because, yeah, we brought these games over very, very quickly, and there was no delay in shipment, and part of that meant that we paid for expedited things and whatnot. So, yeah.
Were there any tweaks to the game that you did between the Taiwanese version of the game and this version? I know you guys only do light branding, but sometimes rules or things that make it more suitable for the American market. Was there anything in this game that needed that? Or
Not
benefited
really.
from that?
The only thing that we did, well, there was two things that we did. So the first one was we increased the box size. And so the Taiwanese publisher was originally publishing these games with very small boxes, but boxes that were about an inch smaller by width and height. And charging $25 for a game of that size is kind of hard in the American market.
Yeah.
Americans are a little bit size queens. So, so we increased the box size as per the request of like a lot of the retail stores that we talked to and also the distributor and things like that. They all agreed it needed to be a little bigger of a box size. And then the bonus of that is it meant if people if people sleeved their copies, it would actually fit in the box, which is good. And then the bigger change that we made is we made the game colorblind accessible. So in the game, you walk around and you collect gemstones that are specific colors. And on half of the art, there was a specific icon for like a colored gemstone, but in the other half of the art, they just used a circle with the color. And so for colorblind people, that circle with the color, you couldn't tell them apart. So what we did was we updated the art so that we had that icon in all instances, anywhere where that color was used. And then in the game, you have these plastic gemstones, and plastic is extremely expensive to do for a small print run because you have to make the mold. And so instead of making a bunch of unique gemstone shapes, we just went ahead and added a punch board with little cardboard punch outs for each type of gemstone. And if you are playing with someone who is colorblind, you just substitute in the colored gemstones that they are having trouble seeing.
Okay, so question for you then, Joshua.
Yes.
You're the one that set up this game.
He actually set it
And
up exactly
Tiffany-
as you see it.
Yeah. No, because one of the yellow gemstones was in with the green.
That was me shifting the board around.
He actually,
Okay.
I checked it
Our-
beforehand.
Before.
Our host, Joshua, is actually colorblind.
Yes.
So that's always, it's really cool that you guys took the time to make this. This is the first game that I've seen that has taken that extra step to make the game colorblind accessible by creating different components specifically to help people who are colorblind. This is a really awesome. Please don't put the green one in, or the yellow one. Like these are bad choices.
Well, I wanted to show up the different
yeah,
shapes.
with the
The
green.
different shapes. Yeah, you can see the shapes. That's yeah. Yeah, so if we wanted to charge $40 for this game, we could have done unique plastic molds for each type of gem.
But even so, you guys
we
are
didn't want to do that.
Yeah, and you're incurring the cost to do the cardboard, and I'm sure it's small relative to the rest of the components in the game. However, it's still as an accountant, it's still an additional cost that you're incurring to the cost of the product to be able to allow colorblind people to be able to play. I mean, I think that's really cool that you guys took the extra step to make this game more accessible to more people. All right, without further ado... You
want to get into the meat and potatoes of things here, Ann?
Oh, that's the other shirt I wanted to get. I still have to get that shirt. Yes.
So we are going to switch over here to the board cam, and we've got the game set up already. Josh, can you move the player sheets from Welcome to over to the side?
I can
Thank
move
you.
those.
So,
Here.
Tiffany, I'm going to ask you super duper nice. Would you please teach us how to play this game here?
I can totally teach you. I have never taught this game without being able to physically manipulate the cards by myself. this
So
will
Matt
be
does a really good job of reading your mind and pulling the cards as you need them.
All right. So the story of this game is that you are all curse breakers, and it's really convenient because some curses have been applied to the temples. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be wandering around the wilderness, going to the various temples to attempt to break the curses. The way that you're going to break these curses is as you go around in the wilderness, you're going to pick up gemstones which have been charged up with the elemental energies of the wilderness. And you will take those gemstones and you will put them in your crystal lattice. And so each player has a player card, which is their crystal lattice. There we go. There's one of them. And this crystal lattice has slots for the gemstones. And as you collect the gemstones, you're going to put them into the slots of your crystal lattice. You can have maximum 12 crystals. But once you put a crystal in your lattice, it's locked in. And this is significant because eventually when you get around to a temple and you try to break a curse on one of those temples, you need to be able to pull the crystals out of your crystal lattice in the correct sequence. So, for example, on this temple, we can see if we want to break the most powerful curse, which is at the very top, we
Which
would
is
need
technically
to
green.
do a blue, red, purple, and then green.
Green.
And then they need to play a green gemstone in that order from the crystal lattice. So you would need to have those colored gemstones in your lattice all adjacent to each other because you cannot pool by like skipping or going around other crystals in your lattice. Alternatively, you could go the other direction, which would be blue, yellow, purple, green, to hit that top one. Either way, once you successfully pulled those crystals from your crystal lattice in the correct order, that means you've broken the curse. You put one of your curse-breaking cubes on top of the curse that you broke, which would be the 8 in this instance. You would score 8 points, and then no one else could break that curse because you already did it. It's gone. So there you go. So that's the primary way to get points in this game is to break curses. In addition, once you have broken the curse, each temple has with it a little deck of rune cards at the bottom. You gain the top rune card on the deck associated with that temple for breaking the curse. This rune card on the other side shows a rune symbol, and from now on, whenever you go to a location that has that rune symbol, you gain the depicted bonus. So for this instance, if you went to the Triforce-esque, but not really, because please don't sue us, rune location, you would get 2 extra clear crystals. So these rune cards can help you just kind of become a more powerful curse breaker as you wander around the wilderness, which is fantastic, trying to break curses to get points. These rune cards also are worth points at the end of the game because there's a little bit of a set collection mechanic here. At the end of the game, for each unique type of rune card that you have, you get more points. So if you manage to collect all 5 unique runes, you get 11 points. Booyah. Yeah. So the only other way to get points is at the end of the game. Well, rather, at the start of the game, 2 temples have been selected for a 3-player game. That will be a kind of like who did the best at that temple. And in this game, it's these 2 temples, the yellow temple and the green temple. How fitting.
They're randomly selected.
Whoever breaks the most curses at these temples at the end of the game would gain 4 points, and then the second place would gain 2 points. So that's all the point possibilities in this game laid out. So let's talk a little bit more about how we're going to get them points. Because we already talked about how to break the curses, but we didn't talk about how to get the crystals.
Right.
So on your turn, you may move your curse breaker from 1 to 3 spaces. When you move, at the start of the game, you go wherever you want, and that's what you activate for your first turn. In all future turns, it's 1 to 3 spaces. When you move, you only move on the type of locations that you want to visit. So if you're planning to end your turn on a wilderness card, you only move on wilderness, which means you get to skip the temple cards. You always move in the clockwise direction. So for example, there you go. So you would skip the temple card. It doesn't count as part of your 3 movement. Okay? Same goes for if you want to move on. I've turned into a computer screen.
You have. We're adjusting something on the fly. Don't mind us. There you go.
No worries.
Little dark.
The alternative is that you can move on the temple cards, and if you move on the temple cards, it's the same dealio where you can move 1 to 3 spaces, but you only move on temple cards. You get to skip over the wilderness cards. So for the most part, you should be able to always reach the temple that you want pretty easily. In addition, if you want to move further, you can discard crystals to move extra spaces. So if you want to move just 1 extra space, you discard 1 crystal. If you want to move 2 extra spaces, you discard 3 crystals. And if you want to move 3 extra spaces, you have to discard 6 crystals. It gets really expensive. And when I say discard a crystal, it's any crystal in your lattice. Ideally, you want to discard clear crystals because those ones aren't charged with any power. So those ones are kind of like the cheapest, easiest to get rid of, that kind of thing.
That's why there's the most of them.
Yep. So that's movement. When you land on a wilderness card, you simply gain crystals according to what's on the card. Most of the wilderness cards just depict pictures of crystals, and you gain the crystals depicted. So for example, this one, you gain 3 clear crystals. There you go. So you would just gain them and put them in your crystal lattice like normal. This wilderness card, you gain a red crystal and a clear crystal. There you go. That's easy.
How about
The
that?
most complicated wilderness card would, of course, be this one. So when you land on this location, you take 2 crystals, ideally clear, from your crystal lattice, and you place them on 2 available slots on this card. When you place those crystals, you gain a crystal of the color that you covered. So, for example, if I wanted a red crystal, I would cover up the red spot, and then I couldn't get another red one because it's covered, so I could, cover the blue and get a blue crystal.
Okay.
These slots do not clear until there are 2 or less empty slots available. So after I moved on from this turn, my crystals that I laid down would still be there blocking spots. Someone else would need to come use the card, and at that point there would be few enough visible or available slots that the card would clear at the end of their turn. So that's this card, and I'll go ahead and remind you all of that when we start playing and somebody goes there. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Do we have another question? Oh yes, this one. So in this one, you turn in 3 ideally clear crystals, and you can gain 2 crystals of any color as long as they don't match.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got a question for you here, and that is, what's this row at the bottom?
Aha. So that would be the unique player power. So every player has on the bottom of their player aid a different unique player ability. And we can go over those. They make the most sense once the whole game has been taught. So there's one extra thing that I haven't touched on yet, and that is you can always go to a temple for your turn without trying to break a curse. And if you do that, you simply gain the gemstone of that temple's color,
Okay.
which is the bottom, yeah. Yep. Cool. All right. So player cards.
Okay.
So there's little tiny numbers on them, and the turn order is actually whoever has the 1 card. There you go. Woohoo!
That's me.
Randomly
You get
placed,
to go
right?
first.
I read the rules, so I figured I would go first just to make sure you guys understand
Look
what's
at
going
that.
Isn't he so
So-
kind?
Friday.
Self-sacrificing?
Yeah.
In a nutshell, what is this player power?
I'm trying to remember.
This is whenever you get a clear crystal, you get 1 extra one.
Yes.
And then you
So
could
whenever you get clear crystals, you get 1 extra clear crystal, and then there's a rule. There's a anytime rule. So at any time on your turn, you can discard 4 crystals of any color combo to get 1 crystal of any color you want. It's kind of a really steep cost, but sometimes you're desperate. If you have this player ability, it's cheaper. You can discard 3 crystals to get 1 of any color.
Okay. Nairabari
Gotcha.
asked if gemstones are limited by the quantities seen on the board.
They are, yes.
All right, so this player power here, this is little old me.
Yeah, so this one is pretty nice. So this player starts the game with 3 extra clear crystals, and you're going to put them in those slots. And at any time on your turn, you can discard 1 of those crystals to be any color gemstone you want. However, you only get those 3 for the entire game.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And then the last one here, this is Anne.
So that one is a little weird. You're going to get a free rune card that you get to start the game with. However, you don't get to score rune bonus at the end of the game, if I remember correctly.
For that 1 card. For that
Yes.
1 type of rune.
Yeah.
So does that exclude me from the if you get all 5, you get 11, or do I?
Yeah, you can only get all 4 because you get all the other 4.
Yeah, but you start with a pretty good advantage for the game. So you get to pick any face-up rune that you see at the start of the game. You get to pick, and that's yours to start the game with.
Oh.
So remind me again, the rune is whenever you land on one of the cards with that rune symbol at the bottom, you get the bonus that's on the rune card?
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Is there an equal number of runes that are currently out? 2,
There's 2 of those.
2, 2.
They're random. So there's an equal number of runes in the deck.
There's 3 of
but
these.
the deck, the
Where's the
entire
missing
deck
one?
is split up between
they-
the temples.
They're
so.
not. You take out 2 cards when it's a 2 or 3 player game. And Matt, can you fix the order? These are actually in numbered order. So that 3 should be here, and that 1 should be to the left of the other one.
Okay, so
I think that when
flower.
he put them on camera, they got mixed up. But
Yep. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I just
Okay.
was gonna fix them.
So I will take my rune, and I am
What
going
rune
to.
did you take?
I took a rune that's none of your business. That's what
She took this one here, so when she lands on... Are there names for these runes, or is it just the symbol?
you know what? I can't remember off the top of my head. I just call it the flower symbol.
That's
So whenever you land on this one that Anne is looking up right now, you're going to gain a blue crystal.
I don't think I saw any names in the book.
Eh,
recall.
I'm okay with the flower. That's what we're going with.
I thought you were going to say an atom. But
An
okay.
atom?
And did she answer the question about the limited gemstones?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
It is limited by what's on the board.
But then you start stealing from other players. Who has the most?
No, I didn't hear that
I didn't
part.
hear that.
Yeah. And she's muted right now.
She's talking to her
Yes.
other conscious. Still muted.
Yeah, wait. There it is.
Sorry.
Hi.
No worries.
I was talking to my assistant/husband about setting up Welcome To.
Okay.
So Josh brought up if all of the gemstones are off the table for one of the colors, that you would take from the person who has the most.
Yep. And if there's a tie, you get to pick. But when you take the gemstone off, the person who is giving you the gemstone gets to pick where it comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt,
So it's
any-
mean, but it's not heartless. There's one final gemstone swapping rule, and I'm drawing a blank right now on the top of my head on what it is. You can discard gemstones to move further. You can discard gemstones to get... I remember. You can discard gemstones to get... So 4 to get one of any color. Or you can discard a single gemstone to swap the location of 2 gemstones on your crystal lattice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're not totally locked in. 100%.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You always have some options as long as you have clear crystals.
And Tiffany, when does the game end?
That's a great question. The game ends as soon as one player breaks 5 curses, so uses all their curse cubes.
What are you touching my lattice for?
'Cause
Don't touch my lattice.
I done did it.
Okay, so I think we're ready to begin. And Josh, I think you're player 1, right?
Yeah, I am. I need one of your cubes, Matt.
One of my cubes?
Yes.
Why do you need one of my cubes?
Put it on the scoreboard.
In front of yours, please.
They're all in the same spot, so...
I
Alright.
don't enjoy being in the middle of you two all the time.
You sure?
Yeah, it's kind of my life.
So we're going to start, and we're going to get extra points for breaking the green and the yellow temples.
So this temple here and this temple here.
Correctamundo.
Not breaking the temples, Josh. We're not trying to
We're
hurt
breaking
these
the
poor people.
curses.
We're trying to help.
Oh.
Whoa!
Hello.
Arby's.
That's weird.
We are trying to help these people by breaking the curses that are on their temples.
So, Josh, where are you going?
I'm getting yelled at by chat that the mic was not close enough.
Oh! I saw a finger.
All right. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to move 1 space to here. So that gets me a yellow crystal,
Yellow.
a clear crystal, but my power also gets me a second clear crystal. And then I'm going to put them on my board.
Okay, so you can start wherever you want.
Yep, start wherever you want.
And
then once you're down, you can't.
Why did you move
Yep.
1 space and it was to the other wilderness and not
Because
to the
you
temple?
skip the temple. If you're on the wilderness, you skip the temples. If you're on the temples, you skip the wilderness.
And that's why there's 2 and 1 in between, because that'll hop you so you don't get stuck. If I'm on the wilderness and then I move a step, it's going to be the wilderness. I would always...
You're always going to stay on the wilderness.
So how do you get
Unless,
on the...
do you say you're moving to a temple and then you move the number of spaces the temples you? You say at the beginning if you want to stay in the wilderness or the temples, and then you move.
So you would move,
Yeah.
for example, if you wanted to go to the temple from this wilderness spot here,
Yes.
you would say at the beginning of your turn you're moving to the temple, and you would move 1 space or
2 spaces or 3 spaces?
Or 3 spaces, but only on temples. Yep.
But you have to discard crystals in order to move more than 1 space.
No, more than 3 spaces.
More than 3 spaces.
Oh, so then what you did here was you said, I'm going to stay on the wilderness, and I'm only moving 1 space, even
Yes.
though you could have moved up to 3. So you
Yes.
moved from here to here.
Yes.
But you could have started here and said, I'm moving 3 spaces, and you would have gone 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
This is why he doesn't explain things.
Right.
Okay. Why did you just choose this because this is where you wanted to start?
I just wanted to go there, and it really didn't matter there on the first turn.
Well, normally on your very, very first turn, when you place, that's the one you activate. So you don't even have to worry about moving on your first turn.
Okay.
So he was just overcomplicating.
Yes, I was
things.
overcomplicating things.
Oh, that was good. Okay.
That's what Josh does. So that's fine.
Yeah.
That's, I'm happy that we're on. Okay, so then I definitely want to start on a flower one because I'm gonna get an extra blue crystal for that. But there's not
There's
a
one
lot of
right
ones.
there, one right there. So you get 2 blue crystals if you went there.
Yeah, but I could get a blue crystal and a red crystal and a clear crystal,
Okay.
and then that would be 3 crystals.
All right.
And I'd have a clear one
But
because.
Matt's next.
What does it have to do with anything?
So
You're
I'm going to
just-
go ahead and I'm going to place
Oh, that's
myself right there. So I'm going to grab a red and a white or a clear crystal. So I have to place
terrible
these
human
in
being.
my.
Yes. and
Board?
You can't move them once you place them.
That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to place the red one
Did
there.
I just notice y'all didn't finish setup? I'm
what-
sorry.
what did I
Another
miss?
part of setup should be that everyone gets 2 clear crystals,
Oh.
and you put them anywhere on your lattice to start.
Okay.
So many crystals. Okay.
This reminds me of that game at Cracker Barrel that you're really good at, so it intimidates me that you're going to be really good at
Don't-
this.
That's just memorizing patterns. That's completely
Yeah.
different.
Okay, well, so now you're a terrible human being because you took where I wanted to go.
Can you share spots with the other people? Oh, look
Nope.
at that.
So, and if you start on the temple here, you would get a green and a blue because it has the urn you want. Or you go on the purple one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that. And I'd just like to point out that I am actually being kind of terrible person, kind of a little bit. And I'm using our custom meeple. This is my necklace, the tabletop talisman, and I took it off because I can, and I did. So that's that. And I can play with it. All right. These are pretty colors.
All right, so now
And
it's
you got to put them on your.
All right,
Lattice.
I'm look.
I know, Miss AP.
analysis paralysis.
Continue. I will figure this out.
I will move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3.
So you're going to get a blue and a clear.
Do you, when
I'm
you're
gonna get 2 clears because of my ability.
taking things off of your lattice, can you start anywhere, or must you start from the top and work
No,
your way bottom?
You can start anywhere, but
You can
just have
start
to go-
anywhere. Yeah.
You just got to go around in a line.
So I'm going to move 1 space here. And to clarify this card, I'm going to take 2 clear crystals from my lattice, put them on the card on any of the 2 open spaces, and then retrieve those colored crystals.
Yes. And you put up. You can
Yes.
put 1 down if you want to. You don't have to put
Yeah,
down 2.
well, and you can just, you can do 1 if you want only.
Gotcha. So I'm going to
yeah.
put a yellow and a green, and I'm going to take a yellow and a green.
There you go. Yep.
Okay, so now I have to declare whether I'm going wilderness or temple, and then how many spaces up to 3 that I'm moving.
Yep.
So if I say temple and I say 1, I just go to the next temple and I
Yep.
skip all of the wilderness?
Yep. That's it.
Okay. All right.
You can say 1 wilderness, and you go to that
Can I
spot
go
you want to
left
start on.
or right?
Always clockwise.
Always clockwise. Okay. I am going to move. Yeah, 1 space in the wilderness. Yes, I'm going to do that. Okay. So I get blue, white, red.
And I don't recall if Tiffany said this or not, but you don't count spaces that someone else is already on. You can't share a space with someone.
Okay.
So you skip
Yes,
those.
correct.
So Josh, back to you.
So now it's me. So if I moved 2, I would actually jump all the way over to here.
That is correct.
And if I move 3,
Then you would
which I'm
jump
going to do, I'm
to
going to
the
jump back to
yellow.
where I started out. And I'm going to get 2 and 1. And I have all these clear crystals.
So what's this one again?
You could trade 3 of your clear ones for
2 of anyone, as long as they're not the same.
2 of any, as long as they're not the same color.
Gotcha. Okay, so I am going to... I'm thinking here. Now I got analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
Man. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 spaces here.
Okay.
And I'm going to redeem my clear for a yeller.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to move 3 spaces in the wilderness which is going to be 1, 2, 3. And this is I can trade in my 3 clear ones that are on my lattice.
For 2 colored gems, as long as they don't match.
And I'm going to take a yellow and a green.
So, Tiffany, question for you here. When we're bouncing around between the temples, if we are curse breaking, do we still get the gem that's listed at the bottom of the temple?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to move 2 now. 1, 2, and took the space I wanted to go to. I'll go to this one over here. I'm going to trade in 3 clears, and I'm going to get a green and a purple.
Okay. I'm going to use my ability right now to trade in one of my crystals here for a green.
Okay.
And then I'm going to jump on the temple.
I'm assuming right there?
Yep, and I've got for the 8.
So
I've
color you
got red, yellow, yellow, green, green.
Okay, so give me one of your cubes.
So I give you my cubes here. So these still stay on my lattice, though.
No,
or these go away.
You spent those.
I spent these.
Those
Okay.
go back to the supply.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So I used one of my 3 things now. Okay, and do I get anything else?
You get
Yes,
the top
you get the
card.
rune card.
All right,
So what rune
my
card do you
rune
get?
card is whenever I land on that symbol, so the mountains, and the mountains are hilarious. I'm going to gain a yellow crystal whenever I land on one of those.
It is funny. Okay, I am going to move.
From a strategic standpoint, Narrowbari, hoarding a color is not super helpful. It kind of depends on how you hoard it. Sorry, because you have to pull off in the correct order. So if you have like a bunch of greens all clustered together, it won't help you much unless you need to pull a bunch of greens all at once. But you'll pull max 2 together at once. So, yeah.
And the other thing is, if there's no more greens left, when someone goes to get a green, they steal it from whoever has the most. So they're just taking gems from you. So
I'm going to go to temple, and I'm going to move 2. So that would be 1, 2.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a purple
Thank you, ma'am.
and a blue. And I think I'm happy with that decision.
I'm going to go to the temple now, and I'm going to move 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I'm going to break the curse over here with a yellow, a blue, a green, and a purple. And that's going to get me 8 points.
All right.
And I'm going to get... So, Tiffany, can you explain what this rune does? Because this one's a little bit different than the other ones.
Yeah, so that one, when you go to that location, you get an extra blue rune, or blue crystal, sorry,
Yep.
just straight up. And then addition, you'll notice that that rune is only for the mana upgrade spot, which is the one with the slots.
Okay.
And so what that means is when you go there, you get to clear all of the crystals from all of the slots before you place.
All right. So I get to use whatever colors I want.
Yes,
we
and
break
you'll
multiple-
always get an indicated bonus blue.
Okay.
Can we break multiple curses on the same temple?
Nope. Well, you can, but not on the same turn.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 curse a turn.
Okay. So is that the one you picked up, Josh?
Yeah, that's the one I just picked up.
Okay. So back to me now.
So I got the eye thing.
Ah, the eye thing.
I'm trying to set up welcome to over here on the sly.
All right, so I'm going to jump over onto the forest. Actually, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to take a red and a clear.
I am going to jump temples. I am going to do 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to break the 3-level curse on here by going blue, blue, red, purple, green.
Okay.
Blue, blue, red, purple, green. There you go. Okay, so you're going to get a cube.
Blue, blue, red, purple, green, yeah.
Give me one of your
So those
cubes.
go away.
And you're going to go right down.
And we're all tied again.
And now I have to pick a mountain rune. Or I get the top mountain rune.
You get the top.
Oh, the Triforce rune. Oh, it goes for that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So now whenever I land on the Triforce, I get 2 clear crystals.
Yep.
Okay.
The not Triforce.
The not Triforce. Sorry, not Triforce.
Not Triforce. Very important.
Not Ganondorf, who did the curses on the temples. Ganon?
Nerd. All right, Josh, it's your turn.
What do I want to do?
I don't know.
I think I'm going to go here. Just move 1. I
Okay.
get to clear this off because I have that rune now. I get a blue rune just because I'm cool.
Is that really why?
It is, though.
And then you get to go ahead and deposit 2 and take 2.
So I'm going to take a red and a green.
Okay. So
The Triforce. I like it. That's good. It's the Triforce.
Tries real hard.
There's no Triforce. So I'm going to move 2 spaces here. So I'm going to get 3 clears, and I'm going to get a bonus yellow. Okay.
Okay. I am going to move 1 space in the forest. Wilderness. I'm going to get a yellow, a clear, and blue.
All right.
And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. Maybe.
Nobody knows.
I'm going to move 1 space. I'm going to spend 3 clears to get a red. And then I'm going to break the curse of blue, red, red, green.
Okay.
And I'm going to get 5 points.
I'm going to move myself 2 space, or it's actually just 1 space. So I'm going to trade in 3 of my clears, and I'm going to take a yellow and a purple. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. I am going to...
Naibar is asking what the X's on the temples mean. Since we're playing a 2 and 3 player game, those are not spots you can score on. If I flip one of these around, all those spots are available in the 4 player game.
Can you not
Yeah.
move?
You have to move
Okay.
1 to 3 spaces.
Yeah, you always have to move.
Alright.
In a 3-player game, you play with all of the visible numbers. On a 2-player game, there's actually 1 less spot that you play with on the temples, and you just put a non-active player color over top of the spot that has the little 2 dots.
Okay.
Okay, I think I botched something up, so...
That's okay.
yeah. I'm going to
Move it.
You've
move
got to move it.
2 temple spaces. 1, 2, and I'm going to clear a 5-point curse off that one with yellow, yellow, blue, purple.
Yellow, yellow, blue, purple.
Yellow, yellow, blue, and blurple.
Okie doke.
And then I'm going to take that one, and that's what we got.
All right. Josh, on you.
On me.
All you, buddy.
All right.
I have
I'm
faith
going to move 1 space. I'm going to get a blue.
And a clear.
Get 2 clears because my ability. But I also have the rune here, so I'm going to get a yellow from it.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to move 1 space onto this temple here, and I'm going to do yellow, yellow, red, purple, and I'm going to grab myself a 5-pointer. So yellow, yellow, red, purple, and I need that rune right there. And Dan, that's going to be the end of my turn.
I am going to move 1 wilderness space. I'm going to get a red, a clear, and a blue.
And back to you, Josh.
I'm going to jump to the... I'm going to move 2 spaces so I'm on the trade spot. Not there.
That's okay.
I just can't reach. I clear those 2 crystals off because
Okay.
of my ability. And I'm going to take a... I'm going to gain a blue because that's the rune I'm on. And then I'm going to want a purple and a yellow.
Okay.
So can you put those on purple and yellow, please?
Sure thing. Purple and yellow. So, for me, and can you please move me 2 spaces in the wilderness? I am going to go over to that blue and clear crystal space right there.
You're going to the blue and clear crystal space.
So I'm going to gain a blue and a clear from that, and I'm also going to gain 2 clears from the rune card that I have. Okay.
I am not loving... This is not McDonald's.
You're not loving it?
Da 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 da.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to move 3 temple spaces, and I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to get the yellow crystal and 2 clear crystals.
Cool. Josh, where are you going? You don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, Captain. I'm giving her all she's got.
All right. You all see like you're on rails. I'm gonna step out for a phone call real fast.
All right, no problem.
You got it.
Let's see what I'm going to do. Can I have my meeple?
No, you just tell me where you're going to move.
Does it help you think?
Yes.
No, I don't
want to
move. You're not allowed
I'm
to
gonna
fidget.
move 3 temple spaces. All
Okay.
right, so I get a green, and I have that rune, so I'm going to get a yellow for it.
Do you have anything else that you're doing, or
No, I'm just
Okay.
looking at the board.
So
now.
you're done then.
Yep.
I am going to move 2 in the wilderness, Anne, if you would please. So I'm going to gain a red and 3 clear. So many clear. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
I'm going to move...
Matt, do you want to talk to McCharrington?
Chair!
No.
I'm going to move 3 wilderness spaces. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to trade in 3 of my clear crystals, and I'm going to take a red crystal, and I'm going to take a green crystal. Yes, this is what I'm doing. I have the Triforce rune, so I'm also going to take 2 clear crystals.
Okay. And Josh, on you now.
They can go there.
I did not think about what I wanted to do. I screwed that up.
Good. Good.
You've got like the night sky on your
I'm
board.
going to move
Matt.
1 temple.
Okay.
I'm going to get a purple, and I also get a yellow.
Okay, so me now. So what do you have to discard to...
4 clears.
So I'm going to discard 1 clear to move an additional 1 space. And I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces there. Then I'm going to discard 3 of these bad boys in order to gain 2 of something else. And I am going to gain a green and a purple. Okay.
Anne, to you?
I am...
Iron Man.
I'm going to move 1 temple space. I'm going to move to the red temple. I'm going to discard red, red, yellow, green. And I'm going to take the 5-pointer.
Okay, so you're going to get 5 more points.
Emotionally okay with that, I think.
You sure?
And a rune card.
Okay. Josh, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move 1 wilderness space,
Okay.
which means I'm going to get a red, 2 clears, and a yellow. And I need 1. And I could trade in up to 4. No, I could trade up to... That's 3 colors. Colorless gems. But you can trade up to 4 gems just in general to get it for any other gem. So I'm going to grab
Correct.
a red gem.
Okay. So what's covered up on this one? I didn't even see. Red, purple there. It's getting difficult now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely is getting difficult now. Wow. I'm having a hard time right now.
The AP is real.
So I'm going to move 1 space here, and I'm going to trade in 2... Wait, do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Hold on. Yep, the AP is real. It's real.
Guys, what's it like living my life right now?
It's awful. Awful.
Okay.
I'm going to move over here. So I'm going to gain 3 clears and a blue. And I am inundated.
I am going to move 3 wilderness spaces. I like that, Bari. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. I'm going to trade in my 3 crystals. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I'm going to take a red and a purple because that's my birthstone and Aaron's birthstone. It's so cute. And I'm going to do that. And then I landed on a Triforce, so I'm going to get 2 clears and they're going to go there.
All right. Josh?
I'm going to move. I can't technically do that.
So then
Then
don't.
you can't do it then.
I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, wait, I can't technically do that.
Can you theoretically do it, though?
I mean, I could try. But it's not going to help.
I have so many clear crystals.
Yeah, that's what I'm Look at Josh, though.
Yeah.
He's just got a mess of crystals.
I wonder if he could see which crystals he has, or if he's just like, I have a bunch of gray crystals.
No, I can see
Like a
my
dog.
crystals.
Do you think if I
The reason
mixed
why-
up the red one and the green one that he would know the difference?
Maybe. Achoo! He's thinking.
I'm gonna move-
You can see the steam coming out of his ears.
2 wilderness spots.
All right, so you're going to go here, and you're going to get 3 clears.
I'm just going to get 2, though. Technically, I get 4. So I'm going to take all 4 I trade in because I get +1. I get to trade in 3, so I get...
Wait, hold on.
What?
Do you get to trade them in before you place them? I don't think so. I think Josh is trying to pull some shenanigans. You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
Someone's got to keep him in check. He's doubling down right now. He's going for the rule
I don't
book.
know.
Which rule benefits Joshua? That's the rule that's in the book.
Trading isn't anytime ability count. So technically, yes, but I don't know if they have to be placed in your lattice in order for you to
Be
able to trade them in. Because they're in a state of flux in between when he's moving it from the forest to his lattice. And look at that. Now we have the opportunity to ask Tiffany a question. Tiffany, thank you for joining us again. We have a question for you. Great timing.
I felt a need in the force.
So, Josh happened to land on a forest space that would give him 4 clear crystals, but he only has space for 2 of them. Would he be able to, in between him picking them up from the forest before he places them on his lattice, trade them in for anything he wants? Because you could trade in 4 for 1.
Yes, so it's end of your turn. So he can discard and shift and whatnot.
So here, Matt, I'm going to put the 3 down. I'm getting rid of this yellow crystal because I don't want it. I can trade 3 of any crystal.
Okay.
I want a purple.
Okay. End of your turn?
I try to mute the mic and it doesn't mute.
I'm going to move 2 temple spaces. I'm going to go 1, 2. And I'm going to use my ability to cash in one of these bad boys for a red crystal. And I have the red, red, blue, green, purple.
I hate you.
So I'm going to get myself some points. Some 8 points
I might have
right there.
misspoke. You can only spend crystals from your lattice to do the exchange.
Okay.
And if you can't put a crystal in your lattice, you can't spend it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So Matt jumped in the lead with 21 points.
All right, so, and it's your turn.
Where are you going?
crazy.
It's nothing new.
I am going to move. Do I want to do this? Where are you guys? No, I think I can do this. Okay, I'm going to move one wilderness spot.
Okay.
Okay, I can clear these off because I can.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my clear crystal, I'm going to put it on purple. And then I'm going to take my other clear crystal and I'm going to get a yellow, but I think that I should get another yellow, so I'm going to get another yellow.
Okay. And Josh, it's your turn.
Okay.
Where are you going, Josh?
It's a good question, Matt. I don't know.
Actually, I lied. I didn't. We're going to pretend like I didn't do that yet.
So I need to spend one crystal to move an extra space, right? So I'm going to move 4 temple spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I was hoping you didn't see that.
I'm going to discard this red to do that. And I'm going to do yellow, yellow, blue, purple, purple. Can you please put that on the 8
Nope.
points, please?
Little baby T-Rex arms.
Please.
Nope.
Thank you.
Red, blue, purple, purple. Nope. Not putting it on the 8. You just stole my 8 points.
And Matt stole my other 8 points
That's
that I was
not
going
So
for.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move 2 far spaces. 1, 2. So, oh, I didn't grab this one. I put a cube
can
there
you
and I didn't grab it.
Thank you.
So I am going to get a yellow and a clear. Yellow and a clear. Whoops. Oh no, I dropped some stuff. And I'm trying to remember what I had in my head as my master plan. And so I'm also going to get 2 additional clears because of my...
You have a master plan?
I do. I do.
I don't believe that.
You don't have to believe it.
Also, I just checked. If you drop anything, you forfeit it.
Oh no! Okay. So that's the end of my turn there. And so, Anne, it's all you. Buddy. Hey, buddy.
Well, I'm going to move. Oh, I hate you.
I'm sorry.
So much.
Sorry.
I don't
We're
even
all
have
going for the same thing.
words to explain how
More
much
than words.
I don't like you.
Don't like you. Do, 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 do.
How many cubes does everyone have left?
I have 2. How many do you have, Josh?
2.
Anne has 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was super confused. I'm like, then how come Anne has 4 runes? But she has that super ability where she starts out with the extra one.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yay. Oh, what do you get for these ones again? Oh, that's for end of game scoring.
And the game, whoever broke the most curses on it
Yar.
gets the collect points.
Okay, I'm going to move. Oh, it's not going to work either. Oh, man.
I will say, if Anne manages to be the first person to play her 5th curse break, she'll end the game immediately,
Kind of like
Oh.
that.
which would be
Sure.
nice.
Because she's last player. So everyone gets one, finishes the round.
Yeah, you finish the round. So if she's the one that triggers the end, so that's the
Gotcha.
goal. Yeah.
So she can catch us off guard.
What do you need to, oh, no, it's not going to work anyway. Okay, I'm going to move 3 wilderness spaces. I'm going to go here. I'm going to get a clear, a red, and a blue.
What were you doing over there, Josh?
I'm mad at her now because she took the spot I wanted.
I don't even
You don't care.
know.
Do you get the rune bonus when you're breaking the curse or no?
No, we went over that.
No,
Okay.
no.
I just wanted
It's
to
when you
double check.
acquire crystals. So it's
Okay.
when you go to the temple to like gain stuff.
All right. So
Where's Josh going?
That's a wonderful question, Matt.
That's why I asked it. I'm
I
here to
don't
ask the
know.
hard-hitting questions.
I don't know if that's really... Is it, though?
So I don't have any clear crystals, so I can't go there.
So, Tiffany, this rune card right here, this means that I can trade in 3 of my clear crystals for 3 of anything, then?
No, it means that you can get an extra one. So that, if you look, that location that has that rune symbol is the one where you trade in 3 crystals to get 2 of any color that don't match.
Yes.
So that card allows you to get a 3rd crystal of any color. And that 3rd crystal can match one of the 2 that you already acquired.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to move 2 wilderness spots to here, and I'm going to get 4 clear crystals.
Okay. I'm going to move 1 wilderness space to here. I'm going to discard 1, 2,
And I also get a green crystal.
3 crystals. And I'm going to get 3 other crystals. So I'm going to take a yellow, a green, and a blue. No. A yellow, a green, and a red. Okay. And that will be the end of my turn there.
I am going to... I don't even know. I am going to move 1 space. I'm going to clear the clear ones. I'm going to put a clear one on a red.
Josh, are you following me on the point tracker?
Yep.
Blue,
Yes, I am.
red,
Oh, look at that sweet emote, Anne. I figured you would like that.
That is pretty fantastic. I'm very happy with that.
What are you really?
Oh, I'm super really. And a yellow. And a yellow. Oh, I don't have another clear one. I can put one of my colored gems on.
I don't.
I don't know what you're talking about, Anne.
So I put this on red, but I can put 2 crystals on, but I don't have another clear crystal. So I was wondering if I could put a different colored crystal on.
Tiffany, can you put a different color crystal on the mana exchange?
You would downgrade it to a clear one, but yes, you can.
Okay.
So you would turn in the colored one and grab a clear one from the center supply and put that clear one on the thing.
So... Okay, sorry, I'm having lots.
Analysis paralysis! Yay.
So much.
How much is it?
And
Can I
Tiffany-
just skip it? Can I skip taking a crystal?
Yeah, you could just take 1. You don't have to take all of them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think that's what I'm having. Okay, and then because of this, I get another yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, I'm not super happy about that, but I think that's what's going to happen.
All right. Place it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I can't believe you put it there.
Nah, it's not nice.
Josh, it's your turn.
I'm going to move 2 wilderness spots to here.
Okay.
I get to clear these off.
And you're going to get some stuff, too.
I'm going to get some stuff, too. I'm going to get a blue crystal.
That's not blue.
Oh, sorry. Blue crystal.
There you go.
I'm going to get a red crystal.
That's not red. It is
What
red.
you could do is, if you wanted, you could put a couple of the cardboard chits like close
Yeah.
to the colored gemstones. So you
I
could
got it.
see-
That was the first time I've actually screwed up
Actually, a
on that.
good idea.
But
I
you could
like
do that.
That's
Yes.
yeah. Somebody else gave me that idea once. Is because then you know that pool is that color.
And what other color do I want?
But don't take those. You're not allowed to take them.
Yeah, yeah. Because then the quantities would be off.
And then you'd be cheating.
What do I
So
need?
Josh, because it's your turn,
Yes.
I'm gonna distract you even more.
Oh, great. That
So
sounds
what kind of color
perfectly
blindness?
fair.
Do you mind if I ask what kind of color blindness
Red
you
green
have?
colorblind. I
So
can't
is-
remember the actual correct term for it.
His favorite time of the year is Christmas.
Sure, Christmas.
It's the most gray time of the year.
But sometimes that red-green colorblind pops up in really unexpected ways. So my favorite story is when we were at Origins. Such a good story. And we're walking outside kind of towards Jenny's, and we passed a car in the street. And Josh turns to me and he goes, "Would you ever do that to a Porsche?"
Oh, I said, would you get a Porsche like that?
I said, what's wrong with the car? He goes, would you get a car that color? He goes, it's pink. The car was gray.
The car was gray.
Gray, like steel gray. I was like, oh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move one temple space here, and then I've got myself a yellow, yellow, blue, green. So I'm going to put myself on the point tracker over here.
And how many points you get for that?
I don't know. I can't see. 5. So yellow, yellow, blue, green.
Okay.
Blue, yellow, yellow, green.
I'm going to move 2 temple spaces.
Okay.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to do blue, blue, red, purple, and that's 5 points.
All right.
Red.
Did you get your card, Matt?
No, he did not.
No, yeah, I did not. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to move 3 temple spaces and go over here
Okay.
and do red, red, blue, green.
Okay, so that's going to give you 5 points then.
That's going to give me 5 points. And here you can get that, Matt. Put that there, please.
Okay.
You did 5 points, right?
Yep.
So then I'm going to start off my turn
Okay.
with, I don't know yet. I'm going to trade 4 of my crystals here for a yellow crystal. There. And then I'm going to trade in my little bonus crystal down here for a yellow crystal. And then I'm going to move 1 temple space, and I'm going to get a red, yellow, yellow. And then that's my last cube.
And that's
So,
4
and
points.
you're going to get 1 turn, and Josh is done.
I didn't get my rune bonus for this one. Do I still get the rune bonus?
Can you pass me the rune
get
card
my
there?
rune. Can I also get my rune card too? No, you don't get the rune bonus when you're breaking a curse.
Thank you. I am going to, this is my last turn?
Yep.
Okay, so then I'm going to move 1 temple space, and I'm going to do yellow, yellow, red, and I'm going to get a 3 point.
Okay.
All right, so that was it. We've all completed all of our turns.
Yep.
So now it's time for the final scoring.
Yep.
So how do we tally the final score?
We need to get a rune bonus. So how many unique runes do you have, Matt?
I have 1, 2, 3 unique runes. So how many points is that?
3 unique runes is 4 points.
Okay.
All right, and how many unique runes do you have?
3.
3. So you are also going to get 4 points.
And we're not counting your starting one?
No, I took my starting one out.
Awesome.
I got 3 as well, so I'm going to get 4 points.
All right.
And then first place for the yellow is going to be Matt. So he's going to get 4 points.
Second place for the yellow?
Since Anna and I tied, do we both get the points for second place?
So you divide the points in half.
Okay.
You split them evenly for second place.
You each have 1 rune break cube on that temple.
Yep.
Oh.
So we're both going to get a point. And then the other one, I got the second most. Matt got the most, so he's going to get another 4 points.
I like how he glossed over the fact that I beat him there.
And then I got up 2 points.
Correct.
All right. That's all the scoring. So that means Anne lost.
But more importantly...
Did you win?
No, I didn't win.
So what does that make you?
A better loser than you.
No, it's not what that makes you.
I am the champion, my friends.
There you go.
All right,
That's
so
Mystery of the Temples.
there we go. That was our presentation of Mystery of the Temples by Deepwater Games. Tiffany, is there anything else that you wanted to tell us about this game that maybe we didn't get the opportunity to show off in our playthrough?
Yeah, so the player abilities on the cards are asynchronous, so they're all unique, and they have backsides, and the backs of the cards have new player powers. So there's actually 8 unique asynchronous player powers that you can play with, and so we recommend you play your first couple games all A side, and then you play all B side, and then you can just mix and match or let people choose.
Do you
So
find
yeah.
that the A side is just easier to play with and the B side is a little bit more complex?
Yeah, just from like a implementation of the rules and the power kind of abilities. Yeah. A is a little more straightforward to pick up and run with, especially on your first game.
Gotcha. All right, Josh, do you have any questions?
No, I think.
And the Inquisitor?
No, I think that I'm good. This was a lot of mental power for me. This is a
You
lot.
hung in there like a
Wait for the
champ.
next game.
All right,
man.
Tiffany, thank you so much. We're going to be doing a soft sign-off right now at the end of our presentation here of Mystery of the Temples as part of our PSI Presents series. If you guys want, there's going to be a giveaway of Mystery of the Temples
Yes.
that we're going to be doing live on stream today, correct, Josh?
Yeah.
And we will have a Gleam giveaway set up after the fact, which you can enter and get some opportunities to win if you are not a live viewer. But most importantly, Tiffany, we're going to need a secret code word or phrase from you. We prompted you beforehand, and hopefully you came up with something interesting. So, Tiffany, what is our code
I forgot
word?
about it until you brought it up. But I'm gonna go with this is gonna be a little tricky, but I'm gonna go with Triforce, but with the tri spelled like TRY,
Yeah.
all one word, right? Triforce.
I think
Yep.
I think that's
Mhm.
perfect.
I think that's perfect.
That was good.
So your code to enter for additional Gleam giveaways is Triforce. Force.
TRYFORCE.
Try
Money.
mass times acceleration.
Yep.
All
And
right.
thank you for the chat for that option. That was a good one.
So thank you all for joining us today. Soft signing off for now. I'm Matt,
I'm Ann.
I'm Josh.
and we are Twist Gaming. See you all in a minute.
Bye.